first morning in Colorado. Just trying to get a feel for the area and some different pins that I dropped. So we're just taking the pickup and moving place to place, glassing, just kind of trying to see where some of the deer are hanging out in the low country, and then we're going to probably transfer up to the high country this afternoon with side by side.
We've been able to go to quite a few states chasing bucks. Some of those places we knew really well, and some we didn't know at all. This hunt is one of those darts at the map. I have never even driven through this area of Colorado, let alone hunt it. I was on my Onyx a lot before this hunt, marking road access and potential areas that looked good, and I know my expectations are far too high for my experience here, but the thought of a buck like Colorado is famous for just creeps in the back of my mind.
We're up pretty dang high. Just got the glass set up. Brought the side by side up through some snow, some of the old snow. Honestly, did not see many deer tracks. Deer, I don't know if it's a buck. Doe. I'm very excited. Now that we're up here, we've got a good camp set up. We've got a good glassing point picked out. We've got great country picked out. And now it's just all about putting the time in, being persistent, and staying behind the glass as much as possible. And then when it snows, hopefully we'll be able to cut some tracks and maybe be able to do a little bit of track in still hunting. Morning day 2, actually hunting here in Colorado. Just trying to run around and check out new places still. We just ripped up this trail kind of mid-morning just to see what it would look like. On the map it looks like you come around this corner and it's all like an open hillside with some aspens on it, and it's just all aspens. You can't see 50 yards. Now everybody knows where I hide my key. This is what Colorado calls their second season. This year it was the end of October through the beginning of November. So the potential, they call it a very weather dependent hunt. So if you get weather, like we're starting to get snow, we've got some rain, we have snow in the forecast for the lower country tomorrow, that's great. Feel lucky that we're getting the weather that we are, especially later in the hunt, where earlier in the hunt we've had time to run around the unit, figure out glassing points, figure out roads that we can get into. We're 4 days into the hunt.
Hi.
I saw does.
I just saw a smaller 4-point.
Really?
Yeah.
We dropped in the lower country a couple thousand feet, and it looks good. It's a little more open, kind of getting to like pinyon juniper type, more dry looking stuff, but we still got aspens and stuff mixed in, so it looks good. The wind is cranking.
Down in lower country this morning. I think it's the morning of day 6. Does that sound right?
I have no idea.
And we're picking up a lot of deer this morning. It's fun. Seeing a lot of bucks, smaller type bucks, like real young, like spindly. They don't have any mass, no good forks. But I feel like we're on the right track. Like it's starting to get fun again. Morning of day 7, and I'm ready to shoot a deer. So we're gonna go to the top of this mountain and we're gonna glass across and we're gonna find one, and then I'm gonna go shoot it. Where'd that water bottle go?
I put it in my backpack.
Okay, thanks. Let's go. We just have the side hill. We're on the right elevation. We just have to side hill around. Two. Big 2x2. Yeah. There's a big 3x3, really tall, cool looking buck. He's just too far for super comfort, so we're gonna try to close the distance by half or so. 200 yards, and it was a doe. And she kept looking uphill and stomping her foot. And then they eventually just went in the trees, and they're not far below us. But our wind's definitely not affecting them, so maybe there's somebody above them, but a little frustrating. I thought we had it. Coming down to the end. Basically have 2 mornings left, and I have yet to see like really a 4-point of any kind, but let alone like a mature 4-point. Like my goal was when I was coming in on this trip. In the end, whether I shoot a deer or not, whether I punch the tag or not, it's what I hang my hat on is being able to hunt one of the coolest creatures, second to sheep, in one of the coolest places on the planet. Is that proof that they actually exist? Last day, day 9, and we threw, I don't even know if you call this a Hail Mary, this is more like a trick play. We had a plan for the morning, and then last night, an elk hunter dropped by camp and asked if we'd seen any elk, and he told us where he had seen a couple of 4-point bucks earlier in the week. So we just came in here this morning. It was kind of a lengthy hike in, but did it all in the dark and got here first light. Had like 10 or a dozen does with a few smaller bucks just out in front of us right now. And our wind must have swirled and they kind of took off running. They were about 400 yards and we were trying to sort out what bucks were what, but they're still smaller, like nothing like he was talking about. So we're just gonna keep going up. We like sweat all the way up here, and then we stopped and didn't put jackets on. It's freezing. Especially punching a tag is always like a little bittersweet. But it's awesome. Tip, especially if you're doing a shoulder mount or something, you don't want to do it, but you can put a little hole and it gives you something to hang on to. Okay, you got that? Yep. You got some grass on it. Bone in, huh? Okay. Okay, it's really not that bad. Does it look awkward? Gonna roll my toes. Okay, going down. Okay. Whew. Where's your pack?
In the front seat.
Wow, that's so much easier.